What's up, guys? This is your boy Salator here, and today I'm gonna go ahead and cover like Bleeding Edge. I had played the alpha, and there's a few things I wanted to go over about the game, because I kind of feel as though the game right now in its state could use some work, but at the same time, this is a great game, and this game definitely got a lot of potential. And if the developers, they listen to maybe some of these little tweaks that they can make to the game, I feel as though this game could be as big as Overwatch, like one of the other battle arena games, I just really feel as though this game could be bigger than what it may be when it comes out. And a lot of things about the game so far, I feel as though that people are going to be turned off about these things, and they're not going to want to play, especially on a competitive level. Because when you have competitive players versus casual players, it always just goes south. Because the competitive players are always stomping on the casual players, and the casual players just don't want to play no more. And then now it's just stuck with competitive players, but the competitive players are annoyed at a game that has a lot of like mechanics that nobody really would like to have in the game. You know, just think about it, like Smite, Overwatch. You can just keep going down the line. Like certain mechanics in the game would just even ruin it for the competitive players eventually, because it just seems like you're being cheated out of like well, not cheated. It feels like you're not capable of being as good as you should be because of a certain mechanic that someone abused that can basically just make it doesn't make you look like a suck player, but it just really doesn't do anything for your overall skill. And these are a few things I like to cover. So first of all, aim assist. Now, aim assist, I really don't have a huge problem with aim assist, but in this game, aim assist is basically like aimbot. Like I play on Xbox, so as soon as you press the L trigger, I don't care if I'm looking left. It doesn't matter if I'm looking right. It doesn't matter if I'm looking up here. As soon as I press L, I come here. As soon as I look over there, press L, I come here. As long as that person is on my screen at the time and I press and hold L, I'm doing this all day. Like snapping. And when he slides across the screen, I snap with him. Like it's just aimbot basically. Like there's no way homeboy could go because I have a aimbot. And no matter what he does, I'm going to destroy him. So the game has basically melee and ranged characters, but it's mainly a melee based game. But the ranged characters and the melee characters both have this aimbot mechanic. The main problem that I have with that is it takes away from skill shots. Skill shots are very important in any type of game that has shooting. So if the biggest pet peeve I have with that is that it don't even have like a break system. Like if I dash and this man is aimbotting my ass, he follows me anyway, even in a dash, even in an ability that makes a dash. And that's very fucking annoying because there's no way of avoiding this aimbot basically. And when you are a melee character and the same sequence, you hold the L trigger and I'm snapping at him and whatever, if I slice and he dashes, it breaks my aimbot. Now, how do y'all feel about that? Why is it breaking the melee characters aimbot system, but not the ranged characters aimbot system? Now, of course, this is just an alpha. I played 2 alpha so far, but I just feel as though that may make the final cut. And this aimbot mechanic is just not fun. That may be fun at first when you first start playing the first few days, especially for like, you know, people that just want to have fun at the game. But like I said, this is it will be a competitive game. These type of games doesn't just come out and be a fun playing game. People will make it competitive. So nobody wants that, especially on a competitive level. I understand that someone had told me that they didn't always have an aim system in the game, so that's why they put in the aimbot thing or whatever. But I don't mind the whole holding L trigger thing, but it just shouldn't basically snap. Like everywhere I go, he go. Even if I jump up an elevator, homeboy just coming all around and swinging about. And how is he still shooting me if, you know, how is he still shooting me if I went over his head? Like I go over his whole head, his damn body going in U-shape, and just let me have it. Now I'm dead. So this aimbot thing basically kills off every type of like outplay you could make. It basically kills out some of the abilities I feel like in the game that have like dash mechanics and, you know, certain mechanics that make you like just fly past a character. What's the point of it if he could just do this? Like no matter where I go, even if I go over his head. So aimbot in a third person is really just overpowered. It's already a third-person game. We just shouldn't have it anyway. Combos. Yeah. Now, combos in this game, you don't really have any. It's just you mashing the X button or the left trigger on your mouse all game. So, seeing as though this is a Ninja Theory game, I expected a little bit more out of the combat system. It is a alpha, so I am definitely not sure if that's the only thing that they have set up for the you know, like the last part of the game. I feel as though like some characters already have like a certain combat system, and then there's others that lacking. So if you press XXX 4 times, whatever, press X 4 times, you do a combo, and after that you see the flashy moves or whatever, and you're like, hell yeah, this shit's sick. But after playing like 15-20 minutes, seeing that same combo over and over and over and over and over again, it's just not fun anymore. I get that you have abilities in the game, but at the same time, when your abilities are on cooldown, you're stuck either pressing the X button or, depending on your character, holding the X button the whole time. The Y button is not used for any type of combo system, and this is a Ninja Theory game, a game that made Devil May Cry and all this, a developer and all that worked on Devil May Cry and stuff. So the way I feel about a combo system, they can at least have like 3, maybe 4 combos just to keep the flashiness effect to it. Because at the end of the day, what makes y'all really go to Devil May Cry besides just, you know, like the storyline and the cool character? It's the damn combat system. The combat system is what keep you playing and what keep you going into the thing. So I feel as though like the game should have like an XX delay X, and then, you know, like press Y or XXY. They can have at least like 3 to 4 combos consisted of, you know, consistent combos in the game to keep, you know, some of the attention and the flashiness going on, and that alone can bring a lot of people to the game and make people just enjoy the game for long periods of time just because they're doing some cool ass shit. So you also have like air combos. You can jump up in the air and press XXX. So in my experience of the game, I only found myself ever needing to use a jump air combo is when someone was jumping up a lift, because I think only like maybe two characters have a move where it launches the character in the air, but even those characters that launch them, they push the character away from them. So they're pushed away, so you don't really get a chance to jump up and, you know, slice. So I see that they have the launch in there, but I just wonder, why don't every character have a launch in general? So about melee characters having a launch versus maybe range characters having a launch, I feel as though range characters also should have a melee ability, just in case they're in a little niche that they need to get out of. Of course, don't make it overpowered, but melee characters so far have no type of combo. They just hold X or whatever, you just press X the whole time. So I feel as though, since the game is melee based, I feel as though range characters should also have some type of a melee, just in case when melee characters come and barrage their ass, so that if your team isn't there or your abilities on cooldown, they have some type of, you know, not just an escape, but some way to defend themselves for that brief, because that brief little moment in time when you can hit the melee button with a range character, that probably could have saved your life. Like I say, on a competitive level, those players actually really show the skill gap, and they actually do, you know, do a lot for your team and what's going on at the time. So, ultimate abilities. Oh my goodness. So, ultimate abilities in the game, you have 2 ultimate abilities, and both ultimate abilities are basically, they try to make them situational, I think, but at the state that the ultimates are in, some characters ultimate, both of them are useful, but 80% of the cast, their ultimates aren't very useful. Like, I'm gonna just use one, just to give y'all an example of a difference between 2 ults. First of all, your 2 ults, you have to pick them before the match starts. Once you pick the ult, once you pick one of the ults for the match start, that is the ult you use for the game. So I'm gonna give y'all an example. If I gave you 2 ults, your first ult gives you a mech with a flamethrower that basically gives you armor too. So Halo, just think about Halo for a second. You get an overshield. So think about that overshield on your body, you know, like that gives you that extra leverage over the other players, and they have to go through that before they kill you. So this mech that you jump in gives you armor like that. So you basically get a lot of armor, which is the mech's health. And after you destroy the mech, she pops out of it. So your first ult, you get in the mech with a flamethrower. And basically, everybody that has played these type of games, like I said, you know what a mech does. I don't really need to go into detail. It's basically just a more powerful version of the character. You get more health, you get more power, everything. So your first one is a mech, and the flamethrower itself has a lot of AoE. So you can just burn people off points, you can get them out of there, whatever, stuff like that. Also, you could jump with it, and I think it had a stomp. Don't quote me on that, but I think you could like melee, like stomp with it or something to get them off you. So now your second ult, her name's Gizmo, by the way, if I didn't say it. Her second ult, you can spawn. She can spawn on a rocket and ride it into, you know, just ride the rocket, and then when she makes contact with an enemy, it blows them up basically. So think about it like I give you a warhead that you could jump on and you ride it into battle. I kind of can't think of a character right now that does that in any of the game. I think a character on Paladins does something like that. But like, you basically guide a warhead into you whatever fray the team on the point where the team is, whatever. As soon as it makes contact with somebody, it blows everybody up. Now that is your second ult. Now, if you had to choose, would you pick the mech or the missile? So the mech gives you armor, you have a flamethrower, and you basically have a whole nother bar of health, and you can just disrupt the whole area with this flamethrower because, you know, it's a fucking flamethrower. Or you could just choose to get on a rocket and ride it into the fray and blow everybody up. Mind you, the rocket is not one shot. It does an ass of damage, probably like 80 to 70% of the health, but it doesn't one shot, unless they had a certain amount of health, of course. So, but like I said, the mech flamethrower can do just as much damage in a few seconds, and also just destroy them. So, if you had to pick between these two ults, would you pick the mech, or would you pick the warhead? So, that's just one example of how I feel about ults. Now, I was talking to a guy, he said that he feels as though the ults are situational, and depending on the situation, that depends on why you pick your ult. Now, like I said, you gotta pick your ult before the thing starts, so when you know what the other enemy team is, you'd be like, hey man, they got a lot of tanks on that team, maybe I should pick, you know, the mech, so, you know, we can stay alive longer, blah blah, the penis range, we can burn down tanks with the flamethrower. Or, if they got a lot of, you know, squishy characters, maybe I should pick the warhead and just slide up in there and blow their ass up. But why would I want the warhead to blow up some squishy ass characters when I can just use the tank, the mech, and burn their ass up anyway? Same amount of damage. So please leave in the comments how y'all feel about that. The next thing I wanted to go over was hit stun. Now, so far, I spoke to a lot of people about hit stun. A lot of people aren't really feeling the hit stun because they feel as though the hit stun in the game is brutal. Now, the hit stun in that game is brutal, especially if you're dealing with a character. His name is El Bastard. This man has a automatic hit stun on each and every hit, and he hits you like 6 times. This dude does a lot of damage. Say that he's a tank. So, matter of fact, so anyway, every time you're hit, you're basically stunned for like, I guess like 0.5 seconds. You're basically stunned long enough to be hit by another hit just to be stunned again. So if you don't use your dash to get out of this combo, you're basically trapped in this hit stun. It's basically you're taking free licks over and over again. So let's say, hey man, I'm gonna use my dash to get out this guy's bullshitting ass stun. What if he reads your dash? Now you're just back in the combo. And if you dash with your other dash, depending on how many you have, what if he reads that too? Now you just trapped again. Now, mind you, he's not the only character with hit stun. Almost every character in the game has hit stun, especially the tanks. So if you're in a situation on the point and the other team comes for you, and basically the guy hits you, you get hit stun, you dash out. What if the other teammate hits you? Now you're just trapped in this infinite amount of stun lock, and you can't do anything about it. Like, all you can do about it is just wrap it up and say, hey man, I guess I'm looking at heaven or hell depending on my decisions in life. Like, that's basically what happens when you're in that situation, because like I said, when you're playing on a competitive level, they will read your dashes and they will realize what you're going to do in a certain situation because they're competitive players. In a casual player method, yeah, that may work. I can just dash out of this shit and turn the fight around. But on a competitive level, that doesn't really work much. I see that they put some mechanics in the game to help you get out of certain things, but on a competitive level, Nobody is going to sit there and let you just dash out of a damn combo when they're trying to kill your ass. They're going to read what you're trying to do and make sure that you pay for what you thought was a good plan. They're going to make you pay for that. So if I hit the person and they fall back like this, I'm still in this hit stun, whether he's hitting me or not. Like I'm still going back like this, like I just ran into a wall and just got disoriented or some shit. So while I'm doing this, you know, like just flying back, that also gives another player time to come hit me as well. So whether this guy traps me in a hit stun or not, I am still basically trapped in some type of hit stun. So he can just chop me one time and set up a combo for one of his other players or something. Like he don't even have to worry about me. He can just hit me and one of his partners, he calls out an ult or something like that. While I'm even stuck in his animation, he could just literally like set me up for a combo without even giving me more of his time, which also puts him in another place to probably stop one of my teammates at the same time. Which is why I say that the hit stun is brutal. I agree with a lot of people that say that the hit stun is brutal because you can literally use the hit stun as a setup. Like that's how brutal it is, depending on which character you have that is using the hit stun. And that sucks. Like this man can hit me one time and set me up for one of his partners that can take care of me while he go off and do something else. That is a problem. Mainly because, like I said, when you're playing against competitive players or players with a higher skill gap, why does this hit stun allow this character to be in two places at once? I should be able to distract him just in case, you know, my teammates are coming, or just in case like I need him off the point at the time. Why can't I distract him now? I didn't really distract him. He basically just set me up for his partner that I wasn't gonna worry about because I probably need to get him off the point. The next thing I wanted to cover is healing. You know, little staff people in mini games that heal, you know, the mage and all that. So healing in the game, I feel as though it's powerful, but right now I think that the healing should be powerful because it's actually your only source. No, it's your main source of getting your health back. The game has no health regeneration, and you have to go and pick up health, something like on Overwatch where you have to go pick up like med packs from a certain point to get your health back. So if you play Overwatch, that may not be a huge issue for you because you're used to like running towards med packs or depending on your healer. But the med packs aren't really that spread out, but they're kind of spread out. But the healing in the game really does need to be like that, if you ask me. But the only issue I have with the healing so far is the healing character itself. Think about Mercy off Overwatch for a second. I know a lot of y'all hate the characters, a lot of y'all get aggravated with the characters. Now just imagine Mercy, you know how she fly around and be annoying, she be all up in the air doing this, doing that, you gotta kill her ass, blah 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 blah. So just imagine that you go focus Mercy, and while you focusing Mercy, the person that you ignored the focus Mercy because you're trying to stop her from healing can just snap around, aimbots come back into play, can just snap around and prevent everything that you tried to do to kill their healer. You got hit stun now and aimbot on you. So he snaps around at a 90-degree angle and start chopping at your ass, and you lock in hit stun. Now the healer gets away for free or can keep healing them. So now you stuck in this impossible fight because their health, this is the health bar. If this is the health bar and their health is right here because they're low health. When the healer heals them, this is what happens. It's like some damn Halo shield or some shit like that. So if you're right here, I'm gonna show you this again. If you're right here and you're low health and the healer starts healing them, depending on which healer it is. If it's the other healer, the snake guy, the health goes up like this. Like, how do you fight that? Like, seriously, how do you freaking do anything about that? Oh, I know how. I should just focus the healer and kick his ass. But guess what? You're not about to focus the healer, bro, because of the aimbot. Because the aimbot that is allowed by the healer also, the healer's gonna aimbot your ass down, and the player that you try to ignore to go kill the healer is gonna aim your ass down too. So fuck you, dog. You ain't about to kill nobody. So that is my problem with the aimbot, and also the, like I say, like the healing being powerful. If I'm about to go fight this character and I'm beating his ass and his healer just jumps out of nowhere. Hello guy, I'm here with the spear. So he heals the dude. All right, I can't fight this guy anymore because it's going to be impossible to heal him. I should just focus the healer. So while the healer is also healing, he can also get in aimbot and start shooting your ass at the same time. So How am I gonna focus the healer when the healer could also kick my ass, and the player that I ignore could come and kick my ass? And with hit stun, it gives them even more of an advantage. Because one of the healers in the game, she got a staff. And when she hits you, you're locked in hit stun unless you dash out or somehow use an ability. So, and then even if you dash, her melee attacks have a lunge on it, which track you. So even if you dash out the way, she could just fly across the thing and chop you in the back with a motherfucking damn staff. And it's like, bro, how do I really fight this? So not only that, she can heal herself. Healers can heal themselves. So go back to the point when I was talking about powerful healing. If the healer is healing itself with shit doing you, how do you win this now? With aimbot all at the same time and hit stun. How do you win this fight? I'm not saying that the fight is completely and utterly impossible to win, because it's somehow you can win depending on the character you pick. But it's just too much work to take down this character, and it allows a lot more to happen behind the scenes, like capturing another point by their teammates, or it keeps you in an area to focus somebody where their teammates can come collapse on you. I'm not saying you should just be able to burn down a heal or whatever. All I'm saying is with the aimbot and the hit stun, it makes that situation even more harder than what it already is. And the fact that their health just jumped back up. I totally get it, because it's the only way of actually healing in the game. But like I said, with the other mechanics, it kind of just makes healing a little bit more powerful than what it actually is. It makes it super powerful. So I'm gonna just close this up right here. I don't want to drag the video out too long, so I'm gonna close this up right here. So far, I love Ninja Theory. I do love the game. Those are just some things that I feel as though the game needs some work on, and aimbot just needs to be taken out entirely. I'm sorry, I don't want to see no work on with that. That shit got to go. It got to go. So I'll make another video on some other things about the actual map and the way that the points play. But this video I was just trying to cover like how the gameplay mechanics of the characters and stuff work. But anyway, man, make sure y'all drop a follow, man. I'm on Mixer. Just follow me. My name is the same on Mixer. Follow me on Mixer. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to my YouTube. Just show some support, guys. So I'm not sure when I'm gonna post this other video, but I am gonna post it soon. Just let me know how y'all feel in those comments down there, man. Just say whatever you gotta say. Whether it's bad, whether it's good, whether you don't agree with me. I would like to know, because what I may have a problem with may not actually be a problem in the game. Because everybody plays different and everybody understands certain things about a game more so than other people. So just let me know how y'all feel about it, man.